Sometimes in the 80s, Henry and William would birth Fredbear's Family Diner, a pizzeria with Fredbear and Spring Bonnie serving as the primary mascots of the establishment. The two animatronics would also function as spring-lock suits, a design which Henry created. The establishment would be successful, but eventually allowing the two friends to create Fazbear Entertainment and later the Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria chain. Sometime after the success of Fredbear's and Henry's absence from the diner, a drunken William, fueled by his jealousy of his friend and under the influence of alcohol, would arrive at the diner and kill Charlotte, who was locked out with the other children. William would flee the scene, with him never being caught or charged with the murder, and Henry was devastated by the news of the incident, becoming guilt-ridden. After the failure of Fredbear's and Freddy's going more popular out of his remains, William would don the Spring Bonnie suit and lure and kidnap 5 children into the back rooms of the pizzeria, killing them, with their bodies being hidden within the animatronics by the now-possessed marionette. This incident would shine Freddy's in a horrible negative light, and it would cause Henry to grow reclusive and isolated as a whole, possibly due to the town thinking he was the culprit of the incident, similar to what went down in the Silver Eyes novel, although in the end nor he nor William will be charged due to lack of evidence. In the aftermath of the missing children incident, it's here where I think Henry went into isolation within the town of Silver Reef, staying to himself and wallowing in the guilt and depression of Charlotte's death. This would cause him to correct the Rask, likely as some sort of way to imitate his daughter in some way, although this would not soothe his sadness. It is also at this point that I think William would once again approach his old friend and manipulate him into helping correct the Funtime animatronics, with Henry having no knowledge of what they would eventually be used for and come to inhabit. After the events of FNAF 2, PhoneKind and subsequently the company would work to contact the previous owner of Fredbear's, which would lead them to finding the guilt-ridden Henry in his abode. The company would ask the man to help redesign and rebuild the Woodard animatronics, which he would agree to. While doing this, Henry would witness the strange paranormal events and hauntings surrounding the animatronics, with the man eventually coming to the conclusion that the animatronics are possessed by the victims of Afton. After further investigating down this rabbit hole, he would further discover the existence of his daughter's soul within the marionette, and Afton's hand behind all the death and torment of Freddy's, which would only make Henry's guilt even stronger than before. After seeing what became of Afton after his transformation into Springtrap, the fate of his victims within the amalgamated form of Molten Freddy, his daughter's continued helping of the children within the puppet, and Elizabeth's corruption with the Scrap Baby, Henry would concoct a plan to end Afton's evil and free all the innocent children he had corrupted and tormented, creating a fake pizzeria and building a massive labyrinth underneath it with remote burners built into the floor. This would all culminate into the events of Pizzeria Simulator, where Henry's plan would come to fruition and Afton would burn for all of his crimes, with the children he trapped within mechanical prisons being finally freed from their tormentor.